Barack freaking Obama last year in the United States. Yeah, so a bit of background. We started our first startup when we were just in Park 1, I think. That's in 2012. And we're doing our software development for companies, like as a consultancy. But then our biggest challenge was internet access. Purely just that. We didn't have internet access. So what we decided to do was get an internet line connection right into our dorm room. So once we had an internet connection, we realized that we had another challenge. It was so flippin' expensive. So we decided to share it with so many other students. And then fine, the cost issues were solved, but now we have yet another problem that has come up. The internet became so bloody slow. So then we started to build tiny pieces of technology to integrate into our network to try and make the whole thing as in to benefit off of the low cost, but still be able to get the same quality of service we had when we were just using it ourselves. So now it happened over several iterations, several years, about a year or two building off that technology. Until last year we decided to form a company around it, and we called it Saisai, which we entered into Demo Africa soon after we had formed the company. Soon after we formed the company, we entered into Demo Africa, and yeah. So I think the one thing I would say about Demo Africa is this: to us, it was a place where things started to come together for us. Before Demo Africa, the roadmap was very murky for us. What we had was this piece of technology that we had, and we had managed to innovate at a technology level. And we were also thinking about innovating. We're also trying to experiment on innovating at a business model level. Fine, so we have this way of giving internet access very, very cheaply for tons of people. Let's even take it further. What we're trying to do is liberate the internet, make the internet ultimately free for everyone. Let's take away the cost of providing internet access from the actual consumer and take it on to big corporations, companies by creating an application layer where we could have so many other services right on top of it. The one thing that we had implemented by the time we went to Demo Africa was advertising. We call the service Verify. So now we're at this point where we have, I'm sure that there are a bunch of people with ideas right now, and some of you think that you probably have, like, no, not you think, you know that you have the next big thing. Well, and me from a year ago would have told you that you're so wrong, because mine is, no one else's idea is the next big thing. Mine, Saisai, is the next big idea. So you know what, I was so frustrated by the fact that, hey, how come the world is not getting excited and dancing around us? How come we don't have a billion investors lining up to give us their money? We should be having our pick of the litter right now because we have awesome technology. We have a very robust business model. We're trying to get traction. But that's the same thing as well. We're this amazing advertising engine that we had to offer these advertisers, but not too many of them were lining up. We only just had about a handful of advertisers who were trying out our technology. And even worse, we went to this other location in Hawaii. We're telling them, like, you know what, we'll set up your internet access for free. We'll give the consumers free internet access throughout this whole thing, and we'll be able to advertise on top of that. And then these guys are saying, well, you know, and I'm saying, what, giving you bloody free internet? What are you talking about? What's going on? So, you know, we're at this point in time where we're trying to get recognition, get a lot of attention towards us. And then we entered Demo Africa. We actually entered Demo Africa. We did our application in the last 2 hours before the deadline. I mean, we submitted it literally 5 minutes before the deadline. But of course, we didn't put it into consideration the fact that we were at different times in Kenya, so we probably did another hour before the deadline. But no, it wasn't like that. It was, you know what? We need to get this thing in time right now. It's 12 midnight as we were submitting it. In fact, we have a video on YouTube. I advise you guys not to go and look at it. It's quite a horrible peach video. So then, but then after Demo Africa, I think the one thing was that things started to come together for us. After the recognition we got from Demo Africa and publicity, and the fact that Demo Africa is about one thing. It is not Peach Day Africa, it's not startup, tell us your idea Africa, it's Demo Africa. You're there to demo the product. So people get to see what your product is. You're no longer spinning yarn, you're not taking tall tales about it. People have seen your product, so they have genuine interest in it. Rather than people just saying, okay, this kid's from high school, from college, they have this awesome thing. You know, I was a little offended that people always say that potential. Saying, I've actually built something, so you cannot keep saying I have potential. Say that I'm a good person at building stuff. So now we have investment deals coming on. I mean, we actually, for the last year, we've had an IP lawyer whom we haven't been paying. We're only now paid, when we start considering paying now because we are about to close our seed round. So that was the arrangement. I mean, this is like legal advice, like world-class legal advice. One of the top lawyer, a very, very top lawyer based in California, who's giving us legal advice for a full year trying to help us raise our seed round. We actually after Demo Africa, we'll stay around for a few more days just to try and close some of the deals and business arrangements that were coming to us left, right, and center from then onwards. So, like, all these things started coming together. We were now in a position where we could map our way forward. We could now think about exactly how we getting funding, where we're taking funding from, issues like that. So, yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Now, the actual details of Demo Africa. So, after we finished applying and we submitted our application and we were accepted, we were told that we were going to be the only Zimbabwean setup at Demo Africa last year. The first thing that we went through was this training camp where we were being taught about how to pitch investor decks and all those things. Now, personally myself, I'm a technical co-founder. You hardly ever see me wearing a suit and tie. So this whole thing about how to pitch in front of investors was all new stuff I was really learning about. How to set up pitch decks and all those things. Stuff we were learning so much about. And especially then I was under pressure because my co-founder was busy whining and dining with Barack Obama in the United States at that time. And I was going to be able to be the one, the tech guy, to be out there and talking to investors, which kind of scared me quite a bit. So then, so we're learning about that, and as soon as we get to Demo Africa, the first 2 days of the boot camp before we started Demo Africa, the first thing that they do is they say that, you know what, go up front and start pitching. We want to see where you are so that we can kind of beat it to time. And I go up there with Martin. He's our marketing guy. He gives this amazing introduction. He starts to talk about our background and all those things, which was elaborately long as well. I mean, an introduction that is 4 minutes long with 8-minute pitch is unacceptable. So I got there now, okay, it's now time for me to talk because I'm the tech guy. I'm going to start talking about the technology. So now there's this thing about speaking, you have to read your audience, isn't it? See exactly when people are zoning out, if people are still interested. So I'm talking about the tech, Saisai, peer-to-peer, and this and that. Okay, people are looking a little less interested. So you know what, let me give them more tech, because that's the interesting part. So I keep doing that, and in fact, it's more people are zoning out more and more the more I was talking. And then I was trying to recapture them by talking even more. So in the end, we had something like a 30-minute piece that was supposed to be 8 minutes long. It was just tragic. But then we had 2 days to be working on that. These guys were telling us how to pitch, how to chat with investors, how to talk to investors. So by the time Demo Africa started, we had a very solid game plan. Day 1 was recon day. We just went up there, we had our booth running, we were trying to demo the tech to as many people as possible because we weren't pitching on day 1, we were pitching on day 2. So, and the most important thing is that we have this spreadsheet that we're running between the two of us. What we're trying to do was identify the people of interest in the conference. Who's the richest guy here? Who's the person who's most likely to invest in a Zimbabwean company right here? What are some of the skills and some of the infrastructure that we're going to need to take home after this event? Like we're talking about lawyers, legal stuff. We're talking about people who might be interested to be potential partners and even clients to us during that time. So we spent the whole day, we're wearing a t-shirt. I'm glad Jabulani wasn't around because you wouldn't have allowed me to put on a t-shirt at such an important event. So we have our t-shirts on and we're just trying to get information from as many people as we can. We're just doing more for tech. And then day 2, that's what was pitch day for us. So the only thing is that let's keep practicing. Not, we think that there's a lot of interesting stuff going on there. There's, is it Kelly, the United States, the guy who opened the mouth of the speech? I think it was the State Secretary of the United States.
John Kerry.
Yes, John Kerry is talking and all those things. Yeah, that's all an interesting for us, but we're just trying to make sure that our pitch is on point. So we go out there, we give a pitch, and I'm glad that he said that we're one of the most exciting teams there. It was not too bad. But of course, like you're saying, everything goes wrong. There's this part of the pitch where I was supposed to say, and all this for free, and then put on like a smart